How do you earn the favor of man? You want to move from where you are now to your next level of success. It's by learning how to relate with people. It's by learning how to walk in love. That's the way to earn favor. It's by learning how to be a lovable and a likable person. It's by walking in love. It's by walking in humility. It's by being a grateful man. It's by being a humble person. It's by being a hospitable person. It's by being a caring person. It's by being a friendly person. What Jesus, for instance, a certain woman was brought to him by some men, and they asked him, Master, what do you say about this woman? We went to kill her. According to the law of Moses, she was caught in adultery. So the law says we must kill anyone who is caught in that adultery. Jesus bent his head down and began to write on the floor. And he said to them, whoever of you who have not done this before, throw the first stone. He bent down again and began to write. And all of them dropped their stones and walked away. And Jesus turned to the woman and said, woman, where are your accusers? And she said, they have all gone. He said, neither do I condemn you. He said, go and sin no more. Do you know that gesture Jesus put up there? Opened the heart of that woman and led her to salvation. And not just that he led her to salvation, he made the woman fall in love with Jesus. See, that woman that everybody wanted to kill was the woman that Jesus helped out of her problem. And by helping her out of that problem of adultery, the woman fell in love with Jesus and became one of the greatest partners and one of the greatest helpers of the ministry of Jesus. It was that same woman that broke alabaster box of perfume that is worth the salary of one whole year, poured it on Jesus' leg, and used her wig, her Brazilian hair, to wipe the whole perfume on his feet. It was that same woman. That same woman was the one that was giving money to the sponsorship of Jesus' ministry. It was that same woman that came on that Sunday morning when Jesus resurrected to the tomb of Jesus and found it empty. She was coming there every day to anoint the tomb of Jesus. How did Jesus earn the favor of that woman? By walking in love, by not condemning the woman, by not destroying the woman, by not accusing the woman. I see Christians today who talk against people anyhow. Some of the people you are talking against are your destiny helpers. I see Christians who gossip anyhow. Their mouth run like tap. Their mouth run like shower. You are the Mr. Right. Every person is wrong. You don't know how to keep people's secrets. You can't walk in favor. People come to you and entrust you with very key confidential information. And instead of holding it in trust, you start spilling your mouth. Do you know what brother so and so said? Do you know what sister Japati said? Do you know what uncle so and so said? You start talking against people, and sometimes it's even negative and false things you are saying. Things are not true. You are closing the door to your favor by doing that. For some people, it's pride. Pride destroys relationship, and it destroys favor. When people perceive you as a proud person, you limit how much God can use them to help you. The Bible said that God is opposed to the proud, but he giveth grace to the humble. If you want to see grace work in your life, you want to see favor working in your life, learn to be a person of humility. I can tell you there are many things the Lord has blessed me with, not because I was too intelligent, but just because of humility. Even when I know so much, even when I have more opportunities, I meet some people who have the ability to be a blessing to me. I don't go showing them I know anything. I will act like I don't even know, and at the end of the day I earn their favor. I have a lot of stories I can tell you. For want of time I can't tell you that. Humility. Another one is gratitude. When people have done something nice for you before, do you say thank you, or do you have an entitlement mentality? There are people who are not grateful for anything. Your pastor preaches to you, you don't say thank you. People help you, you don't say thank you to them. You have an entitlement mentality. As long as you are like that, you can never enjoy favor. Another reason people don't enjoy favor is lack of hospitality. Do you know there was a man called Lot in the Bible? Angels were sent from heaven to go and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. When they came into the city, Lot and the family received the angels and entreated them. They gave them a room to sleep, provided food for them, they didn't know they were angels. But some other people in Sodom who saw these fine guys came and began to knock on the house of Lot and say, bring those visitors out that we may sleep with them. Because Sodom and Gomorrah was full of gay homosexuality. Men were sleeping with men. So they saw two handsome guys and decided to sleep with them. And Lot said, no way, these are visitors who came to our country. How can you do such a thing to them, even if you are that bad? Okay, please, if you want anybody to sleep with, you know I have very beautiful daughters. Let me give you my 2 or 3 daughters. Carry them and go and sleep with them. No problem. No dead visitors. These visitors heard this thing and they shuddered. So somebody can care for us to this extent of putting himself in harm's way. Somebody can care for us this much to a point that they want to even hurt themselves for our sake. The day these angels were to leave, they called Lot and said, listen, you didn't know you entertained angels from the Lord. We came here to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So we are giving you a top secret. Before we leave here, gather your things, you, your wife and children, and get out of this city. Because the moment we leave here, fire is going to come and destroy this whole nation and wipe everybody out here. That was how Lot got the secret that saved him and his family, by hospitality. There's a woman who died and came back to life in the Bible. Her name is Dorcas. How did she come back to life? By hospitality. She was always giving to the less privileged. She would sew clothes and give this one, sew clothes, give that one. The day she died, all of them came to Peter and began to cry to Apostle Peter. Say, Peter, this woman cannot just die. See this cloth I'm wearing, she's the one that sold it for me. See this one I'm putting on, she's the one that sold it for me. Please do something. This woman cannot just die. Do you know, because of hospitality, that woman came back to life? Favor is not automatic. There are things you do to earn it. Whether it's a favor of God or whether it's a favor of men, there are things you must do to earn it.